Pripyat is a ghost town in northern Ukraine, near the border with Belarus. Named after the nearby Pripyat River, Pripyat was founded on 4 February 1970 as the 9th nuclear city in the Soviet Union, to serve the nearby Chernobyl nuclear power plant. It was officially proclaimed a city in 1979, and had grown to a population of 49,360 by the time it was evacuated, on the afternoon of April 27, 1986, the day after the Chernobyl disaster. Though Pripyat is located within the administrative district of Ivankiv Raion, the abandoned city now has the status of city of Oblast significance within the larger Kiev Oblast, being administered directly from Kiev. Pripyat is also supervised by Ukraine's Ministry of Emergencies, which manages activities for the entire Chernobyl exclusion zone. History. Background. Access to Pripyat, unlike cities of military importance, was not restricted before the disaster, as nuclear power stations were seen by the Soviet Union as safer than other types of power plants. Nuclear power stations were presented as being an achievement of Soviet engineering, where nuclear power was harnessed for peaceful projects. The slogan, "Peaceful Atom," was popular during those times. The original plan had been to build the plant only 25 kilometers from Kiev, but the Ukrainian Academy of Sciences, among other bodies, expressed concern about it being too close to the city. As a result, the power station and Pripyat were built at their current locations, about 100 kilometers from Kiev. After the disaster, the city of Pripyat was evacuated in 2 days. Post-Chernobyl years. In 1986, the city of Slavutyk was constructed to replace Pripyat, after the city of Chernobyl. This is the second largest city for accommodating power plant workers and scientists in the Commonwealth of Independent States. One notable landmark often featured in photographs of the city and visible from aerial imaging websites is the long-abandoned Ferris wheel located in the Pripyat amusement park. Infrastructure and statistics. The following statistics are from January 1, 1986. Population: 49,400 before the disaster. The average age was about 26 years old. Total living space was 658,700 square meters, 13,414 apartments in 160 apartment blocks, 18 halls of residence accommodating up to 7,621 single males or females, and 8 halls of residence for married or de facto couples. Education: 15 primary schools for about 5,000 children, 5 secondary schools, 1 professional school. Healthcare: 1 hospital that could accommodate up to 410 patients, and 3 clinics. Trade: 25 stores and malls, 27 cafes, cafeterias and restaurants could serve up to 5,535 customers simultaneously. 10 warehouses could hold 4,430 tons of goods. Culture: 3 facilities, a culture palace, the Palace of Culture or Energetic, a cinema and a school of arts with 8 different societies. Sports: 10 gyms, 3 indoor swimming pools, 10 shooting galleries, 2 stadiums. Recreation: 1 park, 35 playgrounds, 18,136 trees, 249,247 shrubs, 33,000 rose plants. Industry: 4 factories with total annual turnover of 477 million rubles. 1 nuclear power plant. Transportation: Janov railway station, 167 urban buses plus the nuclear power plant car park of about 400 units. Telecommunication: 2,926 local phones managed by the Pripyat Phone Company, plus 1,950 phones owned by Chernobyl Power Station's administration, Jupiter Plant and Department of Architecture and Urban Development. Safety: a natural concern is whether it is safe to visit Pripyat and the surroundings. The zone of alienation is considered relatively safe to visit, and several Ukrainian companies offer guided tours around the area. At present, radiation levels have dropped considerably, compared to the fatal levels of April 1986, due to the decay of the short-lived isotopes released during the accident. In most places within the city, the level of radiation does not exceed an equivalent dose of 1 microsievert per hour. Transport: the city was served by Yanov station on the Chernobyl railway. It was an important passenger hub of the line and was located between the southern suburb of Pripyat and the village of Yanov. An electric train terminus Semikody, built in 1988 and located in front of the nuclear plant, is currently the only operating station near Pripyat connecting it to Slavuty. Personalities: Alexander Sirota, photographer, journalist, filmmaker. Lyubov Sirota, poet, writer, playwright, journalist and translator. Gallery